Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Vikas Neva, and in today's video, we'll discuss how to install the Mailu mail server on Ubuntu. Mailu is a mail server that you'll install on your Ubuntu system. I'll explain the special features of Mailu that I've listed here. It has both IMAP and SMTP features, and you can add custom domains. It also includes Webmail functionality. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. The interface will look like this. You'll get these details for IMAP and these for SMTP. In the sidebar, you'll see many options. You can add other domains by going to Mail Domain, set up auto replies. And from here, your webmail client, RunCube, opens. You can use SMTP by configuring it in any email software. In this video, you'll learn how to install this. First, get a VPS from anywhere like Contabo or OVH. I've put the links below. If you have an old account, use it as new accounts might be blocked. If they keep it blocked, don't use a new account. Get it from OVH or Contabo. Here, click on Create Droplet in the Droplet section and create an Ubuntu machine. You can get the machine from any VPS provider. The domain we'll use in this video is this one, and the password you'll use is this. First, select your Ubuntu version here. For demonstration, I'm choosing 8 GB RAM, but you can opt for the $10 machine. I'll leave the rest as default. Copy the password from here and paste it. If you're having issues with the password, you can select something else. Or let's regenerate a new password. Next, enter the hostname. Copy your domain and enter mail.yourdomain.com as the hostname. Then click on Create Droplet. After that, you'll need to set up DNS by inserting 2 or 3 records, and a record and an MX record. As soon as you get an IP, set your records and MX records. Let me refresh the page because I think I've already received the IP for the droplet I just created. I'll refresh this as well and add this record and MX record, then click OK. Now that you have the IP, you need to add 2 or 3 records in the DNS setup. I've come to the DNS settings for this domain, and here I have 2 records and 1 MX record. To add them, copy the IP from here, paste it, and set the TTL to 600 for all records. TTL means time to live, which determines how quickly these records will be indexed. I set the first record for the domain, the second record for the mail subdomain, and the third one is the MX record. For the MX record, enter mail.everybody. There's no need to add the @ symbol here in the free version. If you're using Namecheap or GoDaddy, add it there. The @ symbol needs to be added, although it's not necessary in this case. I'll save these 3 records here. Wait a second, I haven't added the second value yet. Let's add a record for this one. Paste it here, and make sure to use mail as the subdomain. Click on Save Changes. After these records are added, open PuTTY. I've opened PuTTY here. Click on Login. The password for the root user is this one. You'll use this password everywhere. Click OK and paste it, then press Enter. Now you've logged in as the root user. Next, you'll need to run the commands I've listed on my website. You can copy and paste them from there. I'll copy both of these commands and paste them together. After entering the second command, it will ask if you want to continue. Type Y and press Enter. The installation will continue. For the next command, you need to enter your host name. Replace example.com with your domain. I'll enter my domain here, and once this command finishes, I'll run the next one. You don't need to enter your domain here because you're setting your hostname as well. Once it's installed, set the hostname. Copy it. Paste it here and press Enter. Your hostname is now set. For the next command, I'll do this first. Copy and paste it here. I'll give you this. Put your domain here instead of the example. Enter your domain, and here's where you put your IP. I'll copy my IP and paste it here. You need to put this code in this file. Open it. Now, scroll down a bit. Type it to enter insert mode. You'll see insert appear at the bottom. Right-click to paste the content. After that, press the Escape key on your keyboard. Then type a WQ and press Enter to save and exit. This completes the file editing. If you want to reboot, you can, but I'll continue. Run this command next. This allows the necessary ports. After that, you need to install Docker and Docker Compose. First, update the system. Run this command and press Enter. Then copy and paste this second command. There are fewer commands now. After that, copy this command. Paste it and run it. If you're using Ubuntu, this command isn't recommended. If you have an Ubuntu BPS account, copy and paste this command instead. Press Enter. After that, scroll down and copy-paste these two commands. Run the first command, then the second. When prompted, type Y and press Enter. Next, you need to add a user to the Docker group. These are two commands. You can run them one by one, but I'll copy both together. I've copied them, and the installation is processing. The first command has run. Now let's run the new group Docker command as well. To check if Docker is installed, run the command Docker version. If you see version information, it means Docker is installed. Now let's set it up. First, run these two commands to update the system and install dependencies. Enter both commands here and press Enter. After that, this command is straightforward. Just copy and paste it, then press Enter. Then run this command. Copy and paste it. Then move to the file path, copy and paste it. Add the user. You can skip this step, but I recommend running it. Copy and paste it here. Then do this, copy and paste it, press enter. I'll do these 2 or 3 commands together. Copy. Press enter. After that, you need to edit a file. Open this file and insert this code. I'll copy it. First, type it to enter insert mode, then paste the code. Press escape, then type a WQ and press enter to save and exit. Next, copy these 3 or 4 commands. I'll copy them together and paste them here. These commands will run one by one. Docker Compose is now setting up. Remember to subscribe to my channel. I'll open it here. I've included screenshots of all the steps. You can refer to them as well. Here, click on Compose, then Next. Scroll down and enter your domain name here. I've copied the domain name and entered it. Scroll down a bit and check Enable UI. Scroll down to None, and you can select Round Cube or Rain Loop. Check all 3 options. Enter your IP address here. Enable it and set the public host name. Use mail.yourdomain.com. I've added it at the end. Check for any spaces. If there are spaces, remove them. Click on Setup Mail. You'll see these commands. First, run this command. Press Enter. After this, these 3 commands are given. I'll copy and paste them. Press Enter. These 3 commands have run. Next, scroll down and run these 3 commands. I've selected them here. I'll run these 2 commands. Copy and paste them here, then run this command. Paste it. After that, run this command to compose the project. My version is 1.9. If you're doing this later and the version has changed, you can update it here. Press Enter. Then run Docker Compose upd in that folder. After this, run this command. It's processing. Next, you need to run this command. I'll copy it here. Replace example.com with your domain. You can copy the command from here. I've entered my domain. For the password, you can enter your own, but for now, I'll use this default password. This is done. Next, I'll enter these commands. This command and the next are similar, you just need to replace example.com with your domain. I've entered this. It will create an admin user. Now, to log in, go to mail.yourdomain.com/admin. Let's do this here. Open it and enter mail.yourdomain.com/admin. Check if it's working. If you see an error like this, try checking your main domain as well. If it's not working on the main domain either, go back to the subdomains. Then run this command again. Press Enter. Now, I'll do this. It's done. Run docker compose upd. It's being recreated now. Once it's complete, let's check again if it's working. We're getting a bad gateway error. Let's try one more thing. Run this command again and refresh the page. See, it's working now. If you face any such issues, follow these steps. Now, let's look at what your email address will be. It's written here. This is your email, and this is your password. You can change it after logging in. Sign in to the Webmail and sign in as an admin. Your admin username is admin. You can change whatever you want here. Let's see. Yes, display name. In the Webmail client setup settings, you'll find various options. Now, let's recap. We've added our record and MX record. After logging in, I want to add DKIM, DMARC, etc. For that, scroll down and click on Mail Domains. Here, you can add more new domains. But for now, this domain has been added. To set up SPF, etc., look here. Click on this, or as I've shown here, click here. Then click on Generate Keys. Click Confirm. This will generate all the SPF, DKIM, and DMARC records. You just need to insert them in your DNS settings. If you insert them here, they'll all be set up. I have 3 TXT records, so I'll insert 3 records here. I'll set all the TTLs like this. First is the SPF record. This is its value. I've entered the value here and checked the TTL. Next, we'll enter the DKIM record. This is the DKIM record code. This is the domain. This is our host. Then we'll enter the DMARC record. This is our DMARC record code. And this is my host. I've added all 3 records here. Now I'll save changes. Click Save Changes, and all 3 records have been added. After adding these records, you can check your SMTP settings. When you click on Client Setup here, you'll get the details for IMAP and SMTP. When you click on Webmail, it opens like this. Your RoundCube interface will open. Right now, this is the admin user. You can create unlimited users from here. When you go to the domain section, there's a Manage option. When you click on it, Let me go back a bit. Here, this Create Mail User option, when you click on it, you'll see one user here. You can create new users as needed. You can set limitations, define IMAP or POP3 settings from here. Now I'm on Client Settings, and I'll check the SMTP settings. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. The password is the same, and I'll use a mail tester to check my email score. I'll copy and paste this here. The mail has been sent successfully. Let's click on Check Your Score and see. If you've just entered your records, they might not be indexed yet. Let me check. Let me show you what issues we have. Our DKIM hasn't been signed yet. If you check after a minute or two, it should show as signed. It's okay, and our mail is being sent easily. That will be fine too. Go back to Mail DNS, enter this mail section, and you can check all the records. What happened here is that the DKIM code which is added here is done. I'll copy it from here and paste it. If there are any commas in between, remove them. I've noticed different commas are added, which prevented my DKIM from working correctly. Let me check for commas everywhere. Now I'll clear this. I'll copy it and check here once again. There was a comma here. Now I'll copy this and update my DKIM. Come here and update this DKIM by putting it here. Then check again if it has been indexed. Our DKIM is showing correctly now. Earlier, there was a syntax error, and DKIM was shown in red. Now here. It's showing correctly. Now send an email again. Click Send here and test again to see what your score is now, because your DKIM is now indexed correctly. Let's see what the score is. Now see, our score is 10 out of 10. Earlier it was around 5 because of DKIM issues. Now our DKIM is clear. Keep in mind, look at these two commas here. If you find any commas, remove them because they can cause syntax errors. If the DKIM isn't set up correctly, all these things will be affected. Our mail is being sent, and our score is 10 out of 10. You'll find all the commands on my website. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please do so. I also make videos about IP warmup, so make sure to watch those too. Thanks for watching.